Hi, this is Jack from Alpha Charts with a portfolio overview video. Today is February 24th, 2021. Before we get started, this video is for educational purposes only. This is not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security. And I do hold all these securities mentioned today. But that does not mean go out and buy them today. You have to make those decisions on your own. You have to know what your time frame and risk tolerance is. Okay, everyone's is different. All right, so let's get started. We're going to start with the Qs real quick, and it was a very volatile week so far. Now, right now, the 65-day EMA has held, and let's see if we get some follow through to the upside today, or if we just roll back over, remains to be seen. But it was a very positive day yesterday that we gapped down, and then the buyer stepped in. So that's kind of what I'm pegging on. And so let's get into the where am I positioned right now. So first one I have is apps. Um, so Digital Turbine has done very well for me, continues to be above the 23-day EMA, which I really like. Shows a lot of strength. When the Qs were down here touching the 65, apps didn't even really get close to it. Also, if you notice something I'm doing to help further automate my decision making, and because I do work full time, is I'm putting alerts on my 65-day EMA or wherever my stop would be, depending on my position, whether it's the 65 or the 23. And I'm putting alerts so I don't have to worry about my positions during the day. Let them kind of just do their thing and work, and try not to be overbearing on them. So that is something that I like. And what's cool about Trend Spider is that they will go ahead and text you or email you or whatever you want, your alert, so you can know what's going on. So anyway, so that's apps. Next one is, okay, this one is on my short squeeze. So it's a smaller position because it's on my short squeeze scan, but I love how it's breaking out on volume right here, right? So it's a short candidate, and I've been in this one for a little while now, kind of sat through some of this consolidation, and now it's breaking out. So I think this one can move pretty quick. Bldp. So this one broke through the 65-day, and then the buyer showed up. So it's definitely on the radar. It's got to really recover now because, I wrote it on the way up. I kind of wrote it on the way down, but this is, this position size, my let it ride position. This is where, the rubber meets the road. It either needs to consolidate and make start forming the base here, and or it needs to, if it rolls over, I'd be out, obviously. But right now, this is an important area. JMIA, I am in this one too, and let it ride shares. And this one, this is a really important area going back to the IPO. And so right now it's held. So I like that. It's still above the 65-day. That's fine. It's right in that consolidation area. That's fine. So it hasn't done anything wrong yet. And if we switch to a weekly chart, it would look just fine as far as just retesting the breakout. So we're gonna just see what happens with that one. Lemonade, same thing. Pierced through. Buyer showed up. So that's fine. It was a little disappointing that this consolidation just kind of broke down. Now this is a lot of supply up here. So we'll see. Again, it's let it ride shares. So we're going to just kind of chill out and see what happens. Love is on my short squeeze scan. I've been in it since here or so. So I'm up about 50% in it, roughly. And yeah, I think maybe I got in here. I think I'm actually back here. I'm up about 50%, and it's setting up again. So I really like this one. It still has a decent amount of short interest from what I could tell, and around 6 days to cover, if I remember right. So that looks good. A lot of sellers showing up right here. So once we kind of cycle through all those folks, I think this could continue higher. MP, again, very strong name. And if you notice, didn't even get to the 65-day. So that's kind of what I'm watching too. You want to see relative strength. what got down to 50 or the 65 day, whatever you watch, and what didn't. MP didn't, and the buyers did show up again. All right, so Cloudflare just barely got back above the 65 day, so that's good, because 2 closes below is where I would exit. Would love to see a rebound on this name today, and let that kind of start to finish off this base here. Right now it's just basically in a range. That's a false breakout right there, but we got to right now it's just going to chop in this reasonably narrow range. All right, so One Life, again, Let It Ride shares, very strong name, right? Didn't even come near 65 day. OTRK, this one is on watch for getting cut today. So either we retake the 65 day today, or this thing gets cut. That's just the way this one's going to go, because technically it does have the 2 closes. So I'll wait for the first 30, 45 minutes of the day, and either we get a big rebound, or if it starts to roll back over, I'm out. Again, this was a short squeeze candidate. It was looking real good. I was up here. It kind of rolled right back over. So yeah, so this is really do or die for it today. So we'll see. And here we go. Penn National Gaming, super strong. Look at that. I mean, didn't even violate the 23 day on a closing basis. So very, very strong. I bought pins yesterday. I mean, came back. I mean, touched the 50, 65 day, this support area, bounced hard. Looks great. Good volume coming in. So I really like pins. I've been in it before. I sold, I don't know, someplace in here probably when I probably shouldn't have, probably right in there. But I'm back in it now because it looks fantastic. ROKU, been in for a while. So this one came down, strong close yesterday, and this one looks higher. Nothing wrong with that. Looks like it wants to go higher. Skills. So, it went up really fast. It came down pretty hard. But as of right now, I mean, if you think about it, didn't even touch the 65 day. And so it's not doing anything wrong. Again, it's just I think a part of that natural process. And when you look at when it came back, technically that pullback was on lighter volume, so that's fine. And I like how this is a nice green bar. This shows that people came in, buyers stepped in to support this stock. Upwork, been in this one for a while. It's been great to stay stepping higher. It did have earnings, and I think they were very good because it looks like a gigantic gap up today. So that's excellent. Love to see that. Very strong name, and looks like it's going to go higher today. And ZYXI, which is Zynex Corporation. This is also from the short squeeze list. My jet fuel scan, and hasn't done anything wrong yet, but hasn't done anything right yet. So I'll stick with it a little bit longer. I think I'd love to see it kind of get back above this $20 level. I think that's where it needs to go. All right, so there we go. That was my positions. I own all of them in 2 different accounts. One of them I keep just for a short squeeze account, smaller position size, give it a little bit more room. The other one will be my regular swing trading account, and I try to kind of let you guys know which ones are which. Let's go look at my focus list too. I'm going to give you guys some stuff off my focus list. And here we go. First one, Veil. I love this look on this chart. Again, know which for these, got to know where your earnings are, right? But this is a good up move. Then this little consolidation, amazing volume. So Veil looks great. And I got most of these names actually off a new scan I'm working on. I think we're going to call it the Alpha Scan. And it's going to look for money flow. This one is Apache Corporation. Let's just go back. Look how awesome this looks, right? So it's trying to break out of this area right here. Looks pretty good. Another oil and gas name. XEC, which is Chimera Energy, right here, trying to break out of this area. This is United Airlines, right? So it keeps coming up to this area and is trying to break out. This one looks really good, reopening trade. Same thing for Carnival Cruise. It looks like it wants higher, breaking out of the area already. So there we go. Azul Airlines, it's a Brazilian airline company, and has this little, we'll call that a cup and handle, continuation pattern. Again, big up, sideways consolidation. Looks like it wants to move higher. Penn National was great. DraftKings also looks great, same space, kind of making this VCP. So again, this is a really good actionable trade right here. Know your earnings dates. I have no idea when the earnings are for this one. Tiger Direct, big up. I think it needs a little bit more consolidation here. So it's not one I would jump into, but it's definitely on my watch list. It's hard to ignore this type of volume. So let's watch it. Select quote. This is actually one of my favorites. This was from the IPO. It's trying to break out. It's extended. I'm waiting for it to kind of chill out over here today. Maybe slowly consolidate on lower volume back into this area, $28-ish area. Floor Corp. This was an important area. Let's see if we go back a little bit more. You see how it just kind of bumped around its head around here. It rolled over last time it was up here, so I would not front run this one at all. But it looks like if you get above 2150-ish, I think this one can move higher. Schrodinger, this big base broke out, came back, kind of retested. It may need a little bit more time here, but I think this one looks like it can go much higher, and good volume coming in, right? Look at that. Beautiful. Resi Corp, Residio Corp Technologies. I'm not sure what they do, but I do know that this was an important area, retested. Now we're back to it, and we'll watch what happens here. Again, good volume coming in. Looks like accumulation going on in this name. Chewy, which I've been in before, currently do not hold any, but again, just accumulation bars all over the place. Looks really good, and it's been kind of in this pattern, and again, making higher lows on a closing basis for a while. So we'll see if that continues and see if it gets above 115-ish. In mode, again, when I'm watching, and it broke out here, and it's been just kind of this consolidation, this area right here, which I like a lot. I don't own any right now. This would have been a good spot for me to buy. So we'll watch. The market's a little wonky anyway, so I don't mind having some cash. I have about a 25% cash position right now, and the rest is invested in the other names that I said. So that's where I'm at. So I gave you all my positions, what I'm kind of looking at, how I'm trading them, and also a bunch of names off my focus list here. Hope you guys liked it. Good luck. Again, it's a interesting market. I'm not convinced that this was the bottom, even though I think that there's a good chance that we see a bounce, and it looks like it's going to bounce today. So that's good. But we need to get back above this 23-day EMA. I don't like when we close below it. This is what I like right here. Boom. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, good luck, trade them well, and take care.